Hatapu, hatapu, hatapu. Harunefer. So good to see you. Looking forward to today's session. All right, y'all. So we got a nice thing happening with us today. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to get our adumbration in, get everything set up so everybody knows what's going on, and then we're going to get right to it. Sounds like a plan? Sounds like a plan. So here's what we got for you today. Of course, Asar Stance. And I know we've been doing almost 5 minutes of Asar Stance in session. We're actually going to shorten that in a little bit. So we're going to do probably 16 breaths. And the main reason behind that is I want to, in the time that we have, I want to get a little bit more in some of the other things that we're doing on the back end in terms of getting your body ready for some of the kneeling, for some of the all over body movements that we're going to be doing with the spine, the hips and legs to work on stretching the body out. Got it? So that's going to be the importance as we start going forward. Not a de-emphasis on Asar Stance, but I want you to be working towards at least 10 minutes a day, headed towards 20 minutes a day in your Asar Stance, okay? So we get that in, then we're going to, of course, slide into the Qigong. We are still on the cusp of the new moon. It actually was 4 in the morning on Wednesday. And so we're just still in that range of new moon. So we're going to be right now. We're going to do the lunar cycle along with the short form today. Then we'll get into the knee, not the knee joint, but the actual lower leg, lower extremity stretches, work on the hips, and then give a demonstration again of the work that we're going to be doing in terms of, we'll actually add the arms today with the Kemetic kneeling. And so I can show you what the arms look like, and then we'll get into, by next week, end of next week, towards the end of the month, we'll be beginning to get into the Sema cycle or series that we utilize for our internal session, so you can get that flow. And the goal is that, we're going to start also incorporating the Sema, and we're going to start talking about how that impacts the body and what ways that impacts the body in addition to the Qigong, so that you have a more full understanding of the practice and of the wholeness of this particular practice. And then as we get into the winter, head towards the fall winter, we're going to also begin incorporating more of the combat aspects. And so we'll be highlighting pieces of that in the form. We're going to show some of the lotus push hands and begin having some demonstration of that during the holiday season. I'm going to bring in, the young prince to help with pieces of that. And from there, what we'll do is also, we're going to be possibly streaming live from our Leimert Park sessions, so that folks have an opportunity to get a bird's eye view into what the in-person class looks like as well. All right. So right now, let's get to it. All right. Let's move. Uatchit. Pyramid hands. And we bow in. To all the African, Indian, Asian, Chinese, Native American, and Pacific Islander masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Pyramid hands. Shift the weight and step. Open the hands up into the Asar Stance position and begin. Pyramid hands. Holding the golden orbs. Rotating the palms into oneness. Into the turtle. Drawbridge. Point the hands between the legs. Oneness. Grab it through the chute. Into oneness. Elbows. Into oneness. Right hand on top of left hand, palms up, thumbs touching. Rotate the left hand on top, palms facing each other. See a ball of golden white light like the sun in between the palms of the hands. Into oneness. Turtle. Drawbridge. Point the hands between the legs. Oneness. Pyramid hands. Drop the right hand, bring the left hand in, not touching the body with either hand. Extend the left hand. And we're going to trace the Tai Chi diagram in the next in-breath. Here we go. Back to the center. Bring that left hand in. Into pyramid hands. Drop that left hand beneath the navel. And bring the right hand in. Into pyramid hands. Shift all the way to the right leg and slide the left end to Uatchit. And shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. All right. Feet parallel, shoulders width. Into the dua position. 2 breaths. Palms facing forward, 2 breaths. And then into the dua position. Stepping back into the gathering. And shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. And swinging arms. Triple swing. And let them stop on their own. And remember, folks, the goal is to do 90 seconds. But you don't want to be all, you don't want to be out of breath when you finish. So you work your way up to it day by day. And we want to start with our goal being your current age. So of course, for me, that's 22. Little jokes there. No, actually, the joy is it's 52 for me. So I got a few more to do to get it going. But our goal is to do it for 90 seconds. It stimulates the lymph fluid, as there are two paths in the body. You have the red path and the white path, the red being the blood and the white being the lymph fluids. So the lymph fluid doesn't have its own pump, your heart does. So this movement serves to pump the lymph fluid through the body, through all the major lymph areas. You got the ankles, you got the groin area, and you've got the primary junction under the arms. Of course, you have another set here, set under the chin there, and even some in the brain and in the gut, okay? So, you know, it keeps going. You also have some relation to the kidneys as well, so you know that already. So this is basically releasing into the waste system, and this serves as a pump to get it moving through so it doesn't accumulate in particular areas. Very important, particularly with those of us now dealing with either having dealt with coronavirus, or if you're having some side effects, which can include some inflammation and swelling, particularly around lymph, this exercise can be beneficial. And that's from a cultural, historical standpoint, not a diagnostic standpoint, just so we're clear. All right. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open the chest and stretch the back 5 times, sinking down. Last one. And shake it out. All right, so we're going to get to where we can turn. We're going to do our Tai Chi walk, feet parallel, shoulders width. Hands up. Shift the weight to the right, up with the left. And step. Again, we're doing this in concert with our breath. So we're breathing in, out, in, and out. In, out. In, and out. Don't tear up your furniture in your house. Get it where you can go the other way. You can go a little longer than me. Go ahead and take a few more steps. I'm really just reminding you to do these, particularly if you're new. A very helpful way to get yourself used to alternating the weight, synchronizing the movements with your breathing, and keeping the hands in a useful space. The bottom should remain tucked. All right, now shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. All right. Now we're going to get in our Uatchit position. We get into the short form. Short form, not firm. Short form first. So here we go, sinking down. Step. All the way to the ending, everybody. All right, here we go, lunar cycle. You ready? Sinking down. Lunar cycle. One more time. Okay, lunar cycle again. One more time, sun rises and sets. All right, shake it out. Shake it out. All right, so now I want you to have a seat. Okay, we're gonna get it in. I want you to sit down. Crisscross applesauce or simple lotus, as we call it, not easy lotus, simple. Crisscross applesauce, or get it in here like this, which is our half lotus, okay? So we're just gonna start here. I'm just gonna summarize a couple of things, and then we're going to get into the knee work and stretching the knee. Then we're gonna get into the hip and lower extremities after. We're gonna get to our breathing exercises, okay? Now, the main reason we've been working the knees and ankles in this is to stretch these muscles here, the muscle here, gastrocnemius, and what we call the calf, okay? And the support muscles all the way down into what they call the Achilles tendon. So we're working to stretch those muscles on into the tiny muscles that support the metatarsals in the feet, and tiny bones there, as a way that we can build in and begin to have more pliability and flexibility with the feet, okay? Over time, many of us are not, as you've heard me talk about before, very in tune and touch with our bodies. And the goal of this is that to remain and then to deepen and mature our relationship with our body. So part of these exercises are designed to do so. And the other benefit is that, similar to the Qigong exercise we did, where we're, this one here, swinging arms, where what it does is it works the parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. This series of kneeling movements also does that. So in addition to the stretching, what we're doing with the breathing and the body alignment, the energy flow through the body is working these particular areas as well. So if you, again, go to where your body allows you to go, okay? And over time, with the consistency we talk about, that's why I'm bringing these in now, gently, slowly working it in, so you all will have an opportunity to see your own improvement over a month's time, over 2 months' time, as we do these on our sessions twice a week. And if you happen to be in the local area, we're doing our in-person session, you'll be able to have opportunity to be there in person with us. You can check our social media, it's all over that. So we thank you for your support. So now we're going to get into that kneeling. Now that you understand, I want you to understand the whys of what we're doing, not just mimicking the movement, okay? Because it's a little challenging using this medium, but these movements are going to be a little easier because I'm doing it kind of profile. You'll be able to see it a little easier. So again, toes, heels, knees together, toes, heels, knees together. And you just come back. You want to place your bottom on top of the heels as best you can. Now, if that means where you are is you're somewhere in here, if you're here, just hold yourself here, okay? Use your muscles, it'll build up the muscle strength. All right, because you still, even here, you got to hold yourself here if you're here, okay? Right now, we're going to do it with the hands resting on top of the thighs. So he's going to start here, just breathing normally. And you should feel that stretch all the way down to the tip of the toes. We're not crossing the feet. Toes, heels, knees together. Gonna bring the hands up into not a pyramid hands, but right here near the chest. Thumbs crossed. Chin down. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. Out. You want your left hand on top of your right hand, palms up, thumbs touching, resting on top of the thighs. Just going to breathe normally. Want to feel it. And if you have some tightness, you may feel it in the thighs as well as the calves. Okay. Now we're going to come forward. Get on the balls of the feet. Come on back. So you're right here. The hands are here again. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in and release. Awesome sauce. And then point those toes so you can take the pressure off. Let it relax. Good. Now, just going to come real quick so that we're here so you can see toes, heels, knees together. Got it? That's what we're working on. Don't cross your feet. I know some folks will get in there and they'll cross the feet. We don't want them crossed. We want them next to each other, side by side. All right? Good. Simple lotus, crisscross applesauce. Gonna do our breathing exercise. Let's get it in. Gonna take that right thumb and index finger, palm up, resting on the knee. I'm gonna take the left thumb, block off the left nostril, middle and index finger in the center of the forehead. Breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. Out. Switching hands, no breath. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. Out. Both hands, breathing in. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Fire breath. Deep breath in. Chin down. And release. All right. Hopefully everybody is feeling good. Nostrils are working together, breathing in and out, pushing and pulling the air into the lungs, down into the diaphragm, down into the belly. Let's grab a seat as we get into our wisdom from the sages of the ages. And we're going from our usual 3, Essence of Taichi Chuan, Teachings of Ptah-Hotep, and the Tao Te Ching. And we'll start with the Tao Te Ching today. Symbol of the great origin. There is something formless and perfect, ever existing, even before the birth of heaven and earth. How still it is, how quiet. Abiding alone and unchanging, it pervades everywhere without fail. Well may it be the mother of the world. I do not know its name, but label it Tao, and arbitrarily name it great. Great means going incessantly. Going incessantly means reaching far. Reaching far means completing the cycle. Therefore, Tao is great. Heaven is great. Earth is great. Kingliness is great. In the cosmos, there are 4 greats, and kingliness constitutes one of them. Humans pattern after earth. Earth patterns after heaven. Heaven patterns after Tao. Tao patterns after innate freedom. Essence of Tai Chi, the literary tradition. This is reading from the Tai Chi Chuan Lun. When the opponent is hard and I am soft, it is called su, or yielding. And when I follow the opponent and they become backed up, it is called nian, adherence. If the opponent's movement is quick, then quickly respond. If their movement is slow, then follow slowly. Although the changes are numerous, the principle that pervades them is only one. Then from the teachings of Ptah-Hotep. Right. Try that again. I got the intro. Here we go. Do not be proud and arrogant with your knowledge. Consult and converse with the ignorant and the wise, for the limits of art are not reached. No artist ever possesses that perfection to which they should aspire. Good speech, medu nefer, is more hidden than green stone, emeralds, or savarite. Yet it may be found among maids at the grindstones. Thank y'all so much for your attendance, your participation, and your presence. I'm grateful for you this day. Hopefully you got something as we move through the forms. As we moved through, you saw something that can be useful for you in terms of your body, your feeling, your movement. Hopefully you found ways using these tools to bring the anxiety down, to address tension, to address some of the bitterness and anger. And if in fact you need some assistance with that, reach out over our social media and we can share with you some of the tools that we use to actually aid with those emotions. Additionally, like, subscribe, and share if you deem this of value. And if you're looking at it from either our Facebook or our Instagram, please, visit our link tree and share and support that in a way that you can donate, to support our efforts in the community. Thank you so much for your time. We're going to bow out and we say to all the African, Indian, Asian, Chinese, Native American, and Pacific Islander masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Ashe. We praise, honor, and respect to the ancestors and the eternal witness of the earth and sky. I bid you Hotep, peace. Ankh Uja Seneb, life, health, prosperity, strength. Hatipu. Ankh Uja Seneb. Amun-Re Sutin-Neche, Ratin-Re Neb, and Ankh. Hotep.